Welcome back. This is Ritto here with another Terraria Calamity Showcase video. Today we are in a fresh Calamity 1.4.5 world, and we're going to be taking a look at the new labs that have been added to the world generation. They spawn all across the world, and they have Bio-center labs, they have abandoned workshops, all sorts of cool stuff. So I want to take a look at all the different labs that have been added to the Calamity Rust and Dust update. And before we start, I wanted to mention that in order to get these labs, you'll need to actually create a new world after updating to the newest Calamity version. If you're using an old world from a previous update, you won't actually be able to find these because they only will appear during world generation. These new Draedon labs appear in biomes all across the world. You have one in the jungle, ice, space, sunken sea, and the underworld. The first one I want to go explore is the one in space. So let's go to the large planetoid. It should just be right above your spawn point. And here it is. It's a really easy one to find. And this is a quick way to know if your world is a 1.4.5 world. If you see these structures, then you'll definitely know that the world will contain labs. As you approach, you'll get shot at by this turret right here. So you'll want to be careful with it. With endgame gear, of course, it's not going to hurt me much. But if you're early in the game, you're going to have to do some dodging and keep moving and try to infiltrate this lab. And then you have to break the turret right there with your pickaxe. So this looks so cool. They have these new doors right here. I love that it's very much like Starbound. This right here is really cool. I think that's like a Dradon lore thing. Let's see if we can break it. Oh no. If we break it, it disappears. Okay, so don't break it because you won't be able to get it back, I don't think. Yeah, I didn't go into my inventory. So let's see what we got in these chests. We've got the normal planters and everything. We've got some potions, endurance potion. That would be really good right at the start of the game. But the main thing right here is this mysterious circuitry, the dubious plating, an encrypted schematic, and a Draedon's log. By clicking on the Draedon's log, it opens up a really cool interface and you can read all this different lore and you can scroll through it with these arrows. And when you're done, you just click anywhere and it will disappear. So it looks like this is the one for space and you can collect them in each of the different biomes. And then the encrypted schematic is a little bit confusing. It doesn't craft into anything and I don't believe it currently has a use, or we just haven't found what it does yet. Maybe it will be added to a recipe or something in future updates. And then in this chest right here, we've got some more of these mysterious circuitry and dubious plating. So this plating and circuitry are actually used in a ton of different recipes to craft this different type of furniture, as well as tons of new weapons. So it's definitely something you want to hold on to. And right here we have the Dradon's fuel factory. And so what we do is we break them and then we can put them back down. And once when you put them back down, they should be generating fuel cells, and you can use those to power weapons and different things later on. I'll probably do a separate video to show how all of that works. And over here you have charging stations where you can put fuel cells and different items and stuff, so you'll definitely want to pick those up as well. And that's it for the Space Bio-center. Let's go ahead and take a look at all of the different other labs on the map. I used a mod that exposed the entire map, and that way we can quickly find the different centers throughout the map. So you can see, like here, that looks like an abandoned lab. And then down here we have the Underworld one. We've got a few others like in the Sunken Sea, and there should be one in the jungle. It's at the very bottom of the jungle right there. And one in the ice biome. So here we are at the ice biome lab. It looks so cool. And as we approach, you can see we've entered the area where it will start shooting us. You can see like the force field. This could be pretty tricky if you're early in the game, so definitely be careful as you explore these. There we go. So in this lab you can see we've got some treasure up top, which has got more of that circuitry and plating. So we'll definitely want to pick that up. And then we have the log for the frozen wasteland. I think a lot of these things are just furniture. Like, that doesn't open up or anything. It's not like an actual crate for fishing or anything. Here we have a different type of plating. It's Elumplate. So it looks like it crafts into the Dimensional Soul artifact. So it seems like these different types of cinder plate now can be used for different recipes. And then at the bottom here, we have this big icy spot with a chest. In the Raiden the Rogue series, we found an ice shrine and it had Arctic diving gear. So I think this behaves just like an ice shrine. And it also has this hologram like the other ones. And you can talk to it and it will give different messages. We're now in the Sunken Sea biome, and we've got the Underwater Lab. This is probably my favorite one so far. It looks so cool. We've got some piping, a really cool aquarium here. That is so awesome. And like the other labs, we've got different types of plating. Right here we have Navyplate. So let's see what it can do. That crafts into the Eldritch Soul artifact. And this is so cool. We have a big crystal. And man, I love the design of this. This would be such a cool place to build a base, actually. You could do a special underwater base and you could expand it and you could build with these same sort of blocks and customize this. Be pretty sweet. Next, let's take a look at the Jungle Lab. On this map, it spawned towards the bottom of our jungle. So this lab looks so cool. It looks like it's been broken into on this side and it's been damaged. We've got Plagueplate that crafts into the Godly Soul artifact. And this one might have our log. Yep, we've got our Dradon's log and Encrypted Schematic in this one. And then we've got our hologram up top. Here we are in the Underworld right above the final Bio-center. So let's go ahead and infiltrate it. I'm trying to see if there's a good way to enter without making it all full of lava. I guess you just kind of have to make it fill with lava. So that's kind of interesting. Maybe we can close this up. Going in the top like that was a bit of a clumsy way to enter this lab, but it still works. It would probably be best if I dug down over here and kind of entered on the bottom. I think that would keep us from filling this place with lava. Once again, they did an amazing job building this. We have a hologram up top that you can interact with, 2 chests, and this one has the Murasama in it. That is so cool. So it's an easy way to ensure that you can find the Murasama now. It also has the log for this biome and the schematic, plating, and circuitry. This is pretty cool the way they've done this. It looks like they're doing experiments with lava, or they're harnessing the power or the heat of lava in some way. And then in the center here, we have another type of plating. It's Chaosplate. And Chaosplate is used to craft the Profane Soul artifact. It looks like they have pipes that come up to pull lava and everything out of the biome. And then it pours down into this. And it's got like a pile of stuff right here. Hellstone. Actuated hellstone. And that's pretty sweet. I like the effect. Now let's go find where we have some of the other labs throughout the world. A lot of times I see them spawning inside of the obsidian biomes. It looks pretty awesome. It's all rusty and stuff. We've got more of these stations on the ground, and we've got a chest up here with some of the basic building materials for this update. Here's a different type of lab in another obsidian biome. And this one actually has a turret. So let's go ahead and enter here, break these. Oh, there's 3 turrets in this one. And this one looks a little bit more active. It's got lights on. It doesn't look as rusty and stuff. And we've got more of the materials in it. These labs seem to spawn all over the world, and you can have multiple of them, unlike the biome-specific labs where there can only be one. And those are the Draedon labs, or the Arsenal labs, that have been added in the 1.4.5 Calamity Rust and Dust update. They are pretty dang cool. I love the way they look, and I like that it adds just more interest to the world generation. And once again, you'll need to create a new world after updating your Calamity mod in order to find these labs. And that's actually something I've been working on for the Raiden playthrough. I've made a new Rust and Dust world that is the same as Raiden's world, and I'm moving the build and all the stuff over, so it will look just like Raiden's world, but it will have all of these labs in it. It's taken a bit of time, but it's definitely worth it so we can have all of the new content in our current playthrough. Well, I hope you all have enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. I've been posting lots of Terraria Rust and Dust update videos, and I'll continue doing that over the coming days, so be sure to check those out if you're interested. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.